We were talking earlier.
Mm-hmm.
You were telling me a little bit about like things that have been discouraging.
Us starting this YouTube channel, it was for us a really steep learning curve. There's just so much that I didn't know, and I feel like still don't know, especially like the technical stuff, like all the gear and microphones and videos and recording and all that stuff. And recently I've been feeling really discouraged because I feel like every time we sit down to film, it's like an uphill battle, like something won't work. And then we scramble and try to figure it out. And just today I was trying to get because I just recently got a new laptop to record 4K, and it just wasn't working. I was trying it out today and the quality was terrible, even though I thought the settings were all correct. And I was just getting so discouraged and thinking, why isn't this easier? And I was really tempted to just give up and be like, you know what, this is just too hard. It's too hard. I can't do it. And I was reminded of past things that I accomplished. Like, for example, for my therapy practice, when I built my own website using WordPress, which WordPress, you would think it would be intuitive, but it's not. It's a great program, but if you don't know what you're doing, you're not going to know what you're doing. Like, I'm serious. It's like I went on the platform thing and I was like, I've done stuff on the computer. I'm a millennial. But I was like, I don't like, where's the text? Where's the font? I didn't know anything. So, and I remember that was really hard. And sometimes I would go through like designing it and I would click something and the whole website would be broken. And I'd have to like go into the code. Lauren, I felt like a coder. I was like trying to fix the code and I have never done anything like this before. But so anyway, today I was thinking back on that because I did struggle through it, right? I went on YouTube and I troubleshooted and I just figured it out. And I was thinking back how good that felt of realizing like I can do hard things and realizing that everything is figure outable.
Yeah.
Everything is figure outable. And with a website, I spent hours, days. I mean, it was, yes. And so that's why with this video, and if you're watching this, I think it's still a work in progress to get the quality just the way we want it, but it's decent. I would say. And so I was just thinking about that, of how when we're faced with a challenge and it feels like I've been trying and I can't figure it out, it's really important what we tell ourselves.
For sure.
If I tell myself, I can't do this, I can't figure this out, you know what my brain does? It says, oh, okay, well then we're not going to waste any more energy trying, because why would we do that? We can't figure it out. But if I tell myself everything is figure outable, I can do this, our brains turn into problem solving machines, and it keeps trying and it keeps thinking because we tell ourselves, I can figure this out. It's just going to take some time.
Yeah. That reminds me a lot of, I was telling you, I have a niece and she reminds me a lot of myself in so many ways. One day there was like very recently, I was with her at this like indoor playground and she wanted me to zip up her coat. She has like a really long winter coat and it starts down really low and she's short, obviously she's little.
How old is she?
She's 6.
Aww.
And so she couldn't get the zipper and there's like fur, it's fluffy, and she had been playing all day. She'd been playing for like 5 hours or something. So she's already tired, there's like a lot of emotions, and she just starts crying and goes like, I can't do it. Like really angry at me, angry at herself for, and I took that in and I just like calmly looked at her and I was like, okay, Nala, like you can do it. Mm-hmm. And me doing it for you is not going to make you feel better. You have to learn how to zip your coat. I'm not always going to be here. You have to do it. And you're going to feel great about it afterwards. She got really upset. She wanted to tantrum. And I was like, but then I just was like, I talked her through it. I talked her through how to do it. And she zipped it and she felt so much better. And then I grabbed her little lapels and I was like, stop giving up. Like quit giving up, And I think that that's a good, I was in the car thinking about it and I was like, maybe I could make a little saying for myself of like, give up on giving up.
I love that.
Which is really dorky, but I like it. And so, yeah, I don't know. I think there's something to recognizing that defeat is a mindset, and staying down after you haven't accomplished a goal that you set out to have, staying down on the ground is a choice. You can get back up and try again, or you can just stay there and rot. But to each their own. I don't like doing that, so I want to get back up.
You know, they did this experiment, maybe you've heard of it, Lauren, with rats in water where they couldn't get out by themselves. And they had one group of rats where they started putting a little ladder, like right before they were really struggling, for them to climb out. And so this group of rats learned that help will come. I will get out. And so they realized that that group of rats started to be able to stay over water longer because their minds had the mindset, I will get out of the situation. Mm-hmm. I can do it. I can save myself. The ladder will come. And so we know that like the mind wants to give up first. When we're hit with struggle, the mind wants to give up first. And it's not about saying like, I can do anything and there's like, I never need to like ask for help if you need it, but also realize that if you tell yourself that you can't do something, then your mind is going to shut down and you're actually not going to be able to do it. But telling yourself, I can figure it out. I can ask for help. I can solve this. And maybe sometimes, you know, you need to take a break, regroup and come back to it with fresh eyes and a fresh mind, right? I'm not saying like white knuckle something, but resist the urge to allow your mind to stay down or to be down and tell yourself that you can't do it.
And maybe the phrasing is, I'm choosing not to finish this today, or I'm not going to try again today.
Yes.
But I'm going to come back to this next week, tomorrow, whatever.
Yeah.
Because right now I'm not in a good place to like tackle this, but in the future I hope to be.
Yes. And we're not saying don't like never give up on things. Sometimes there are things that are worth choosing to stop doing. Right.
Sure.
Sometimes we're like, I genuinely can't like, or this is not fruitful. You know, there can be good and healthy times to quit something, but don't quit because you're telling yourself you can't do it. Quit because you're making the conscious decision. I'm going to stop this for whatever reason. This isn't working or it's not bringing me value. But don't quit just because you feel like you can't do it.
Right.
Quit because you know you can't do it, not because you feel like you can't do it.
Yeah.
Put that on a t-shirt.
Yeah, definitely. And I often will say to my patients, like, make sure that your words have agency. So it's like, instead of saying like, I can't do that, I have them say, I am choosing not to do that.
I love that.
Or like, I could never have that hard conversation. I have them say, I am choosing not to have that hard conversation, but it's reorienting yourself towards like, actually I do have the capacity to get up and try this thing. Yeah. I might choose not to. Yeah. Okay. We can have a different conversation about that. But like, that's different than saying like, I can't do it or giving up.
Yeah. 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 Well, we hope that this motivates you to reach your goals and the things you're struggling through to keep going. If you have any other topics you would like us to talk about, leave us a comment down below. And until next time, have an awesome week.
Bye, guys.
Bye.